All right, this video is going to cover this recursion practice quiz number 2. So I'm actually going to go down to here and just go through the answers with you. So we've got mystery A and B. It's passed in. Looks like mystery, so A is 0, B is 16. So again, write everything out in table format. So you're putting 0 and 16, A and B. You're printing what's in A, which is 0. So this gets printed beforehand. So there's going to be no popping back up the stack, okay? Just because these print before we actually even get into this if statement. So A is less than or equal to B. So we got 0 plus 5 is 5 right here. And 16 minus 1 is 15. So A is 5 and B is 15. So we print 5. A is still less than or equal to B, so we've got what? 5 plus 5, and then 15 minus 1. So this is 10 and 14. Those get passed in. So it prints 10. 10 is still less than or equal to 14, so 10 plus 5 is 15. 14 minus 1 is 13, so 15, 13. 15 prints, then 15 is not less than or equal to 13, so we're done. So this is your output, okay? No popping back up the stack because, again, your print statements happen beforehand, not after the call to mystery. All right, 2, we got a smile method. We might have done this one or something real similar to it. So anyway, what do we got here? 4 gets passed in, so N is 4. So we've got K is, so 4 is not equal to 0, so we skip it. K is 1, 1 less than or equal to 4, so that's going to run 4 different times. Smile, 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 smile prints. Then we got 4 minus 1 is 3, so 3 gets passed in here. 3 is not equal to 0, so we got 1 is less than or equal to 3, so it prints 1, 2, 3 times. So that's what you see right here. 3 minus 1 is 2. So 2 gets passed in. 2 is not equal to 0. So we've got K is 1 and N is 2. 1 is less than or equal to 2. So it prints 1, 2 times. So there's your 2 times. Notice these are all print statements. So they're all going to be on the same line. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 is not equal to 0. So K is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 1. It's true, so it prints smile 1 time. And then 1 minus 1 is 0. And if it's equal to 0, then we return. So it would have printed out that many times. 3. I don't know. Let's look and see what 3 asks. When smile 4 is called, how many times will smile actually be called, including the initial call? So I got the answer is D. So let's go through. It says D is 5. So let's see here. So you got your original call here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Okay. So that's the answer is D. It got called 5 different times. Okay. 4. Okay, again, these string ones, you really want to write these out because these are not easy to go through. So what do we have? We have the word, we got filter, and we got the word papaya, and the pattern is PA, P-A. So then we got POS is equal to, we're finding the pattern, which is PA, at the index position of string if it exists. So PA exists at position 0 of papaya. So if it's -1, meaning it doesn't exist, then return the string. Else, we do the filter. So this is where I've got 0, and then the position is 0. So I got 0, 0 right there. Plus, we've got POS, which is 0, plus the pattern.length. Pattern of PA is 1, 2. The PA is 1, 2. So you got 0, 2. And then the pattern's PA. Okay. So you're doing, so what's at 0, 0? Nothing. It's blank. There's nothing there. And 0 to 0 plus 2 is 2. So starting at 2, so 0, 0, 1, and 2. Starting at position 2, we got paya. So this whole thing right here is paya, and then comma pa. So the string is paya, and the pattern's pa. Okay? So we go back in, we look and see the index position of pa. Is it in string? And it is. Pa is right here at position 0 in paya. So then we've got position is 0. 0 is equal to -1. No. So we go in here and we got 0, 0, which is blank again. And then 0 and then 2 would give me, what's that position? 0, 1, 2. It's ya. So we've got this whole thing is ya, comma, and the pattern still pa. So in ya, we pass that in. It is pa right here in anywhere in the string ya. Is pa in ya? Nope. So that returns a -1 right here. So the POS is -1. And so then we return the string. Well, the string is just ya. And that's it. There's no, you're not, doing anything else except just returning the string. So the string is ya. Okay. Okay, we got splat. Splat's length is 1, 2. It's 2 stars originally. It gets passed in as S, so S is 2 is less than 8. So we got splat, star, star plus star, star. So that's 4 stars now. That's where we're at right here. And you can see that like right there, 4 stars. So 4 stars get passed in. So the length is 4. 4 is less than 8. So then we do 4 plus 4, which is 8. And then we've got here, is 8 less than 8? No. So then we got to go back up the stack because we have the print statement after this. So then we have 8, then 4, then 2. So its output is 8 stars, then 4 stars, and then 2 stars. Okay. All right, so this is by far the hardest one on here. So we got this word secret that gets passed into encrypt. Okay, secret is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters long. So 6 divided by 2 gives us our POS of 3. Okay, so then we have this encrypt. Here's our first call to encrypt, and there's 3 that's being passed into here. Okay. All right, and then we've got this second one, which is what? Word.substring 0 to 3. Okay, so word substring at position 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So ret gets passed in here into this one, and then we go down, and so this is going to call the encrypt method. 3 divided by 2 is 1.5, but since they're ints, they get chopped off. So we had the word ret right here, and 3 divided by 2 would be 1.5, but the 0.5 gets chopped off, so it's just 1. So what's the substring at position 1 of ret? So 0 and then 1 is at position 1 to the end is E and then T. Okay, and then the substring 0 to 1, so 0 to 1 is R, so R gets passed into here. Okay, so let's see here. 0 to 1, or sorry, ET then gets passed into here. Okay, and ET with the position of 1 it gives us just the t right here, okay? 0 to 0, 1 gives us our t, and then 0, 1 gives us the e right here. So that's where you get that. Now, sorry, let me. So right here, the t gets passed in, and its length is 1. Okay, so 1 divided by 2 gives us a 0.5, which is really 0. Is 0 greater than or equal to 0? No. So that one's done, and we got the first letter is T that gets returned, okay? Then we look at this one, E. E gets passed in. E gets passed in, and it's only 1 letter long. So 1 divided by 2 is 0.5, which is 0. So POS is greater than 0. Nope. So then we got T and then E, and it gets passed back up into here. So we have TE, and then let's see here. This part of it is done. Okay. Now we got to go to this side, which is 0 to 1 in this one right here. So 0 to 1 is R. If you were to pass that down, R into the word is just 1. 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. So that would give us 0, and 0 is not greater than or equal to 1. So we got T-E-R, okay? So again, this is hard to do because I wasn't able to spread out, but what I try to do is I try to make this on the left side, and these that are tabbed furthest over to the left are on this side, and then these are part of this one right here, and that's tabbed over. Now we've got to do our right-hand side, okay? So with 0 to 3 on this side, we've got the word 0 to 3 is SEC, which is sec, okay? Then we pass that into here. So we've got what? 3 divided by 2 is 1. Well, it's 1.5, but it's really 1. And so at position 1 of SEC, we got EC, okay? And we've got 0 to 1, which is just S, okay? We got to then pass this down into this one down here. So EC is, what would that be? Let me see here. EC would be 2. So we have 2 divided by 1 gives us 1. So what's at position 1 is just, EC gets passed here. At position 1, you got C. Okay, so you got your C right here. And then 0 to 1 would just be the E. So you got, and then if you were to pass this one in, C, it would get passed in. 1 divided by 2 would be 0.5, and so, or 0, so that wouldn't be greater than 1. And then the same thing would go here. So these are done. So then you do C, E, and then that one's done. And then you go to this one, S, and, S gets passed in, and 1 divided by 2 is just 1, or is 0.5, which is 0. So that's done. So your last one's S. So that's kind of how I did this one. And so you can see TE plus R, and then CE plus S is TERCES. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, and make sure you guys practice that, because again, this is the type of question that will be on your AP test, which, it's difficult, but it's not that bad. So last one, we've got guess. We've got 6 and 14 that are passed in. 6, 14, if you modulus those out, it's not equal to 0. It's 6 because 6 is less than 14, we return 6. So then, what do? We do num2, which is 14, gets passed into num1, so num1 becomes 14. And then we got, what was it, 6 modulus 14, which is just return 6, gets passed in here. So we got 14 modulus 6 is not equal to 0. It would be equal to 2. So we skip that again, and then we do what? Num2 gets passed into num1, so num1 becomes 6. And then, like I said, 14 modulus 6 is 2, so we got 6 modulus 2. That is equal to 0, so it returns num2, and num2 is 2. So I don't know if this is the wrong, it looks like the right output, but I don't see where all this stuff is happening. It just returns 2. I don't see anything about 6. Well, let's look up here, 7. Oh, okay, so that would return 2, right? Like I said, and then we got 6 times 14 divided by 2, and that's where that came from. So don't forget that. So you got your 2, so you got 16 times 14 divided by 2, and that is 42. So make sure you guys practice these. Again, I don't know what the questions will look like, but I'm trying to throw every single thing I can find at you guys so that you know how to do these. So anyway, this video is done.